Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So I need to catch up with events that happened, I wouldn't even say at the weekend, because it was leading up to the weekend, right? With 2 semi-finals and a final, in regards to what's been happening in Croatia with Dora. So I was fortunate months ago to listen to all the songs and have my personal top 10. So I had a top 10 that I was happy with. And yeah, a couple of these songs I've enjoyed listening to over the past ages since I did this video. But it would seem that none of these won. So an initial fan favourite has won. So social media tells me. So my job this evening is to catch up with, as best as I can, with the time that I have, to catch up with key events that happened in Dora. So the first thing that obviously needs to happen is I need to check out results in general. So let's do that first. Okay, so to check out the results, I'm going to trusty Wikipedia. Be careful what Wikipedia says. It's not bulletproof. So, but nonetheless, it should suffice in regards to what I want from it. So let's check out the semi-final results to see if I've lost any of my top 10. So semi-final 1, okay, I didn't have any of those 4 in my top 10, no. Okay, so much so I can't remember how any of those songs go. So far so good. Semi-final 2, well, I lost Ananda. Okay, that's annoying. So after my top 10 and my reaction, Ananda, bless her, connected with me on social media, and so as a result have been following her on social media of the last couple of weeks gearing up to this. I am a little bit upset for her. I'm hoping she's like a new talent. I don't know, and I am not familiar with anything from Ananda before this, but only through social media and connecting with her on social media do I know that she's one of the songwriters of Monopol. So there's been some success, therefore, from this kind of Dora season. But I thought Lies Lay Cold was like one of the better songs from Dora. So the fact that it didn't go through kind of upsets me a little bit. But my understanding is I think she's starting out in regards to establishing herself as an artist. What social media kind of informs me, and moreover, my basic research on her as well. Okay, so these are the results. So Marko comes first with Poison Cake. So yes, this was the kind of, I guess, fan favourite from what I can establish. At the beginning, other names were obviously stressed. So wins with 130, Ogenj 120, so 10 points behind. I didn't mind that. I had that in 6th place. I saw the potential for that one and the sound of that one going to Eurovision. Magazin, which was what a lot of people were saying to me, was inside Dora, a kind of big favourite due to the fact that this was the biggest name going into Dora. And so as a result, some people kind of had predicted that Dora was a foregone conclusion, that Magazin were just going to win it outright. But that's obviously not happened. Lelek, the soul of my soul. Now, I thought that sounded not similar, but was within somewhat crossover sounds with Magazin, and I preferred that. So I had Lelek in 5th, and I had Magazin in 7th. And then Luka, freaking love that song, down in 5th place. That's a decent showing for Luka, but there is something about that song, listening to it. I need to watch it live to see what it comes across like live. But that, on first listen, was my favourite. Will be honest with you, the last couple of weeks was overtaken by Ivan Monopol. I have listened to that song countless times. And more to the point, where has that finished? In 10th. That seems odd. Okay, I don't know, I need to see it live. And then Natally, 2nd from bottom. Where was Natally for me? I had Natally really high. Yeah, I had Natally in 3rd place. So my female kind of ballads didn't really shine through or come through Dora 2025. Okay. Right, just checking the differences between the televote and the jury. So televote, okay, so Ogenj wins the televote, okay, with 78. Then Lelek in 69. So Magazin doesn't even win the televote. Interesting. I was told that was a foregone conclusion. So Marko comes 4th with the televote, but wins outright. So I'm assuming he's got a massive jury result. And then jury, Marko. Okay, nails the jury with 83. Magazin second. Nipple People. Yeah, I remember that song. Wasn't a huge fan. And then Luka, okay, getting some love from the juries. And then Ogenj in fifth. So what does this mean then? So it means that the jury, it's self-evident, the jury pulled Marko over the line compared to Ogenj, who scored significantly higher in the televote, but much lower in the jury. So there is a discrepancy. So we can say, therefore, that Marko has won Dora and will represent Croatia significantly based on the jury result. Okay, right. I just don't know what world Monopol comes 10th. Based on the studio track of listening to, I mean, it's pretty unanimous. It didn't particularly score highly in the jury or the televote. Right. I really want to listen to some of these songs because, like I said, I haven't seen any of these songs live. So I'm going to... Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. I'm going to check in with some of these songs. I want to see how my girl Ananda did. See whether, in fact, her non-qualification was just. Because studio version, I think this song is quality. I really like this song. Vocally strong start. So I'm still looking at the reason why this didn't qualify. Ooh. It's an interesting concept there. It's kind of freaky. Okay. So we're going for a bit of a alternative staging. Not sure. Never would have thought that she would have gone for that. Here close, just one more time. So the arm effect, unless they come back on, it was an interesting moment. I'm assuming there's going to be more utilization of that concept. Okay. I did know that there were backing dancers based on the pictures she put on Instagram. How did this not qualify? This is a very good song, in my opinion. Hold me close, just one more time before. Roll. This is good. Okay, so I mean, don't get me wrong, when the arms came around at the beginning, it was slightly, I don't know, I would say horror film-esque. It was slightly, but then when the kind of the dark arms flashed in, and then that whole concept kind of went away again. I'm sure someone will tell me that obviously what that whole 3 minutes meant, but it seemed kind of disjointed. I thought they were going to run with the theme, and then I wasn't going to be too sure because I'm not sure about the dark arms. I hope, like I said, from what I know about Ananda, I hope that this is the start of her career, should we say, however patronising that sounds. I hope it doesn't sound, because I couldn't really fault that performance, really. And like I said, she's written 2 good songs, as far as I'm aware, in Dora. She's written this one, which I think is quality. She's written Monopol, which is my most listened to song of Dora 2025. Okay, I want to give Natally a whirl. I love me a female ballad. I love me a Balkan ballad. She was 3rd on first listens. First listen. Studio version, I really like this song. She came 2nd to last in the final. I wonder how deserved that is. After seeing Ananda, let's see whether, in my opinion, more injustices occurred. Okay, so she's gone for a gold palette. Interesting. Because the music video is more kind of like wild, cold, wintry. From memory, wintry? I do know that particularly with Dora, it helps if you're coming in with financial backing. Because yeah, performances can vary wildly based on how much money you're able to yourself bring to your staging. So maybe this is the best that could be done, but it is a little bare. I love this song though. But I love a Balkan ballad. She does look very lonely on that stage. So yeah, the pan outs aren't helping. I know they had to do that for the visual effect then. I still think this is a quality song. I think this is a quality song. But yeah, I'm just not necessarily sure that even if it's basic, because there's not a lot of money behind this, the colour palette I'm not sure about. She looks amazing. Makeup, dress. But yeah, I don't know. Even obviously, like I said, if you've not got like acrobats or backing dancers like Ananda, I don't think the colour scheme complemented the way that the song makes me feel, shall we say. I love that song. I feel vocally she was on point, delivered, did what she was supposed to do. Yeah, second to last. That's upsetting slightly. On my personal tastes. Okay, Ivan. I must have listened to Monopol a lot. I wouldn't like to give it a number, but it's one of my most listened to songs of the national final season. So I did say, watching the music video, I had no idea what visual concept they would consider for the stage because I felt the music video didn't match the feel of the song. So I'm curious to see what they went for. Like what he's wearing. I had heard through the grapevine that there would be money provided for this. Backing dancers aren't cheap. Monopol. I love this song. It literally is one of my most listened to songs. Easily top 3? Potentially. Definitely top 5. Saying you've got that Balkan instrument flair, so you know it's from that way. Briefly. This is more of a finished package compared to, let's say, Armenia. And Armenia is in my top 10 so far this year. I really think had this been selected, this definitely could have qualified. Definitely. It's catchy. I just wasn't sure whether, because I don't know anything about him, his live vocal. But as far as I can hear, sounds fine. It's not bad. Okay. It does need a little refining vocally. But he's also not holding back. Boom. See, and pyro, or... Yeah, I mean... Okay, it is a bit rough around the edges. At parts. But I hadn't properly appreciated how hard it is to sing live. I'm gutted for that. So yeah, the kind of visual effect there, whether it's pyro, whatever you want to call it, I'm pretty sure they would have had to pay that themselves. And as I said, I had heard through the grapevine he would be coming with a bit of money. So yes, think about how much it costs for 4 backing dancers, like rehearsal time, all of that stuff. Yeah, to be awarded with 10th is a crime. I think it's because obviously I'm super biased. I freaking love that song. And like I get why obviously maybe Ananda might not shine through at Eurovision with that song. I get that Natally is a Balkan ballad. It's very much Shane. Could get potentially lost. With this year, I don't think it would get lost though with the songs that we have. A really nice female ballad. Is that what we're missing right now? Do we have one? I don't know if we do. And then we've got this, which is a male bop, which is just like, oh, how do I describe it? It's just like drugs for the ears. I'm addicted. My ears are addicted. It wants more. I thought that was going to do a lot better than 10th. I'm quite surprised that was low down. Okay, and now we get into our top 5. Luka. This is a fun song. And the music video is cool. Yes. I'm trying to think of a better word than cool. Quirky. So the last time I've seen a video of him participating in Dora before, and that performance was wacky. So I'm wondering whether he's going to go for wacky again. This and Ivan are streets ahead for me. Vocally, very impressive. Showing some skin for those that want it. See, I really like this song. Yeah, I really like this song. Oh, I'm so gutted. See, the performance that I saw from Dora last time was manic, so much so it was busy and I would say borderline messy. This is much more polished. It's quirky, but the edges have been flattened. It's a really well rehearsed and produced staging concept visually from what I've seen so far. Croatia. I know I've not seen Marko yet, but this is the finished package. And this is a definite qualifier. This is expensive. How much money has he got? This is the best package so far that I've seen in Dora. I really think Croatia's missed a trick here. Oh, I'm gutted that we've lost this. This is unbelievably well rehearsed. Everything, it's seamless. Even the camera angles are seamless. And like I said, I was worried if it was going to be wacky, that it would be borderline messy. Like, I'm sorry, a Dora performance I've seen of him previously. I think vocally I want more of a climax. Yeah, the last 20 seconds, vocally, it would have been good to have something happen because, yeah, it just kind of, it didn't climax really. But I mean, he's moved a lot, so maybe that's the choice. I mean, you got the pre-recorded backing vocal doing something there. Yeah, vocally, I wanted more oomph at the end to take us on that kind of end part of the journey, because the song itself and the performance itself leading up to the last 20 seconds, I was hooked. Right, well, that's my favourite so far. That's Eurovision ready. That's a safe qualifier as far as I can say, based on my experience of Eurovision. I know I'm not qualified necessarily to make that statement. That's a safe qualifier. Okay, gutted. Right, Lelek. There was something about this on the studio version that got under my skin a little bit. And I could see, well, I say see, I could hear a path for this doing somewhat okay at Eurovision. So I'm curious to see how they staged it. Everybody knows that I know. See, this is good. Dora was quite strong this year for me. And sometimes when songs go to stage, you can lose somewhat of an attachment to them. All the songs that I've watched so far, I like them just as much. This is good. And I don't think it's just because I'm in a good mood. I've liked every song I've listened to so far. And I'm going to be honest, I prefer this to Latvia's song. Personally. I know people might be like, they're not comparable. Fair, okay, legit. Dora was strong this year. This would be a safe qualifier. Oh, I'm liking that. That's a nod to the music video. This is such a good package. And I don't think it would be lost to Latvia. I prefer this to Latvia. And I'm almost preempting not liking Marko because I didn't like the studio version. Oh, that's so unbelievably tough. See, I was saying earlier I felt Luka was the full package. I just had an issue with that last 20 seconds. But that one did give me the final 20 minutes, where at the end, borderline goosebumps. I'm going to go as far as say that's my favourite so far. That's my favourite so far. And that's doing something because where was it? Where was it on studio? It was in 5th. And yeah, it's overtaken the whole package, the way it made me feel, has overtaken Ananda, Natally and Luka. That's saying something. Oh, Marko better be good because Dora and Croatia had some freaking good choices. Right, Magazin. This was 7th on my first listen, to which obviously was then educated about how massive this band is in Croatia. So it looks like they're taking some of the images from the music video. Wise. Vocally strong start. I wanna. Forgot how catchy this chorus was. Haven't listened to this since I did my initial reaction. I just don't know the whole song together. The chorus, don't get me wrong, hits. I wanna. I don't wanna, baby. Wanna. There is something very infectious about this chorus. I am enjoying it. As a full package. It's the chorus. I'm all in for the chorus. Not particularly enjoying the freaky kids in the background. I didn't love that in the music video either. I think this would have qualified. I don't know how well it would have done. I feel Luka would have had more of a mass appeal, as would have Lelek. I don't wanna, baby. I don't wanna lose my... For me, it's the chorus. Everything else I can give or take. Don't get me wrong, she delivered a powerhouse vocal there. Solid, strong, confident. The whole package, watching it, I still feel the same in the sense that it's a solid 7th place for me still. It hasn't moved anywhere. I enjoyed the chorus, but yeah, Luka and Lelek gave me kind of chills or gave me kind of confidence that had Croatia picked it, that they would have done well. Didn't get that necessarily from that package. Okay, so we have our 2nd place now. By 10 points, Marko 130, Ogenj 120. Yeah, I credited this song when I listened to it first time, saying there was something about it, studio version, that could shine somewhat at Eurovision. I could see a path for it. It's not necessarily my genre, but there was something about it that attached me to it somewhat. Well, yeah, I had it 6th. Die, die, oh, die, 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 oh, die, die. There is a market for this. There is a market for this. Probably big enough to see this one qualify too. But do you know what? I feel Magazin, probably now I'm watching this, I prefer Magazin to this. This is a little repetitive now. Didn't necessarily pick that up first time listening. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick that up. I think I was surprised when I was listening to it first time. That's a nice shake-up. I was surprised when I was listening to it first time that I actually was enjoying it based on the fact this is not my sound at all. Don't get me wrong, it's high energy, it's high octane. Yeah, okay, so I mean if I'm going back on my ranking, I probably would slip Magazine just in front of this one. in 6th place. Oh, die. It did get a little repetitive, but I appreciated the energy. I still think Luka, I still think Lelek, from what I've seen, they had something about them that not only appeals to my taste, I can also see multiple different groups of people getting on board with those two as well. Okay, the time has arrived. Marko. So I was not a huge fan of this song. And yeah, I respect that there was some ripples when all songs got released in the fandom. This was the first name that I properly recalled multiple people saying and talking about. So this has one. Is it better than Luka and Lelek? Okay. I still don't like it. I'm enjoying the visual concept though. How did this win the jury exactly? Like if they credit it for the memorable performance, then Luka's was more. This is well produced. I'll give it that. Yeah, I mean, whatever criteria the juries are using, I feel whatever criteria it is, Luka outdoes all of the criteria that I could even think of that they would be using. And then if it's vocals, Lelek had it in abundance. Magazin had it in abundance. I'm just trying to work out what warranted the jury to put this first. Living hell. It's like he's exercising his demons. Just coming out. Look. The staging was good. The package was good. The camera angles, the costumes, the choreography was good. It doesn't change the fact that I don't particularly love this song. And sometimes I can be won over by the performance. And maybe had I just seen this, maybe if I'd just seen this and I'd not seen Lelek and I'd not seen Luka, then I might be having a different conversation. It would be obviously, it would be ill-informed because obviously I now have some awareness of what the competition was. How that won the jury is beyond me. I really don't know. Like, I guess it was expensive staging, but I think Luka's was expensive staging. I think Luka's song is better. I think it's much better. Do you know the irony is Dora actually ended up being very strong from comparatively this year, and I don't know whether there is, in the Balkan region some sort of element of, friendly competition amongst the countries in regards to the best national final. This beats Pesma Zelevicia in Serbia hands down in regards to the amount, the depth and breadth of songs that I like. Yeah, it's not even close. And then the irony is this then gets selected. I think out of all the songs, that it's not changed my opinion of the song. It's not changed my opinion of the song. I really respect, obviously, Marko's ability to bring that song alive on stage. Like, I was entertained. It's just a shame for me because had, let's say, Lelek or Luka qualified and represented Croatia would be in my top 5. And I can't remember the last time Croatia was in my top 5. Probably would have been top 3, actually, particularly Luka. And I'm forgetting Ivan, Monopol. But that's okay. I mean, that's in 10th, so we can't really discuss that one as a serious contender because it didn't necessarily shine through the jury or the televote, which is a shame. We've got it now. There's a lot of male vocalists this year. Norway, Armenia, and others. Netherlands! Oh my gosh, how have I forgotten that one? That's the one that's been on repeat recently. Okay. All right. Cool. I really don't know how that's going to do. There's nothing that's making me sit here thinking that that's got a massive fan base based on its sound. You've got to be so careful with dark songs. Look what happened with Luke Black. Dark sounding songs. Equinox from Bulgaria. They might have their fans going in. It's really hard to sell a dark sounding song at Eurovision on the Eurovision stage. And yeah, I just think in regards to where Luke Black came, in my opinion, with a better song, that doesn't bode well. But let's remain positive. Thank you very much, Croatia. I thoroughly enjoyed catching up with Dora. It actually ended up being, and actually currently stands, one of my favourite national finals. It just might mean that the winner wasn't necessarily one of my favourites, but hey-ho. That's how it goes, being a Eurovision fan. Irrespective of what I think, what do you think? People in Croatia, I've got quite a few subscribers in Croatia. What do you think? Are you happy with the result? People outside Croatia, what do you think? Happy with the result? How well do you feel Poison Cake can do in Basel in May? Do let me know in the comments below. And if you're still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.